jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Once again, you tuned in to World Combat Sports, man. Good morning. Salute to everyone. Everyone is in the building. Hit the like button. Appreciate everyone who's supporting the channel as always. Keep visiting, keep showing up, and, keep interacting when you see this WCS go live. Media alert. Once again, boxing is in the news for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And why I say boxing is because, we're dealing with the legendary man himself, Mike Tyson. Now, of course, when you're probably looking at the thumbnail and everything, you're saying, what did Mike do? What did Mike do? Mike had to was he on that shit? What did he do? And in this case, we're gonna take a gander at legendary Mike Tyson's status and how he can draw in attention, unwanted attention. There's always individuals out there today that's looking to get a viral video, and this guy who actually had interaction with Mike Tyson was able to do. This article is via TMZ, y'all. Hit the like button once again. Repeatedly punches. Mike Tyson repeatedly punches man on plane. Bloodies passenger's face. So this article is cited from TMZ, and they said Mike Tyson seemed to lose his cool on a plane on Wednesday night, repeatedly punching a man in the face after the guy had apparently annoyed him. All right? Apparently annoyed Mike Tyson. Now, is that impossible to annoy Mike Tyson? No, that ain't impossible. That's real possible. So let me share this right quick, because I have to do a share screen. I want y'all to see Mike Tyson is not to be fucked with. And then you still have individuals out there that want to fuck with Mike. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Leave that man alone, man. Leave that man the hell alone. So let's go to it. Let's watch the video right quick.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson.
So you already see right here, from the side view of Mike Tyson, looks like he's in first class. That's Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Right in first class. He's in there with the guy who's being overly talkative, garrulous type, Popinjay type of individual. And Mike Tyson's cool, but we don't know what events or engagement Mike Tyson is coming home for. So he seems like to have like a little grin on his face. Yeah, I heard it all before. But this guy noticed he's hit the lottery. Well, he's trying to hit the lottery with his mouth. He's going to continue to talk.
My dog done got lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. This shit crazy as fuck.
Should have never gave you his money.
So right now, there's something else going on with this dude. He's looking for a viral video, and in my observation, it seems like he might be a little bit under the influence of something. You know, he's obviously past, me, Mike Tyson. He's sitting down in his seat right now, and I don't know what else happened. I don't know if he has some edibles or whatever the case may be, but he looks like he's far past that.
JetBlue, net flight. My boy just got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah.
So obviously, looking at this guy, right? His neck is red, and he has some, light scratches on the side of his face. So look, hey, my prognosis is that Mike Tyson was hitting him with an open hand. Bro, you got off easy. You got off easy because Mike was slapping your ass instead of goddamn closing his fist. Else you would have been laid in between the seats sleeping. You know what I'm saying? They would have had to they would have had to land the plan immediately. Because your dumb ass kept on fucking with a crazy maniac like Mike.
Got fucked up. Just trying to ask for an autograph, man. I don't know what happened.
That's a lie. I don't think he was trying to ask for an autograph. I just think he kept on running his fucking mouth. Now, let's get up out of here.
Hey, Mike, come on.
You see Mike Tyson slapping the shit out this dude.
Hey.
Mike is digging, boy. Even in close quarters, Mike Tyson is goddamn just sitting down on them motherfucking slaps. Look at Mike. He ain't playing. He's out and paid for first class. Y'all up here in my ear.
Kim had this.
No. Let me go back. Let me see can we find another video. Because TMZ be getting a good scoop though. I just want to see him punching the dude. That's all. Look at Mike Tyson head, barely moving his head. Mike Tyson sitting down on those left and right crosses. That's what happened when you get comfortable with stupidity. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you're comfortable with stupidity. Sometimes you got to get your ass woke the fuck up. That dude was obviously fucking with Mike. Leave Mike the fuck alone. Andrew Charles, what's good? That kid's a punk. Getting Mike for real, man. He was up there. Mike was trying to enjoy his leisure trip. And let me get back to the article. His leisure trip from San Francisco back down to Florida. And this dude interrupted that. So let's go back to this article right here. And let me finish reading the article. And shout out to Andrew Charles on deck, man. I see you. So the article says 7:28 a.m. Pacific time. Sources close to Mike claim that the man was extremely intoxicated. Once again, the man was extremely intoxicated, like I just mentioned, and wouldn't stop provoking the boxer in his seat. Mike Tyson seemed to lose his cool on the plane on Wednesday night, repeatedly punching a man in the face after the guy had apparently annoyed him. TMZ Sports has learned the incident all went down at around 10:30 p.m. as Tyson was slated to fly out of San Francisco International Airport to Florida. A witness on the plane says he and his friend was boarding Tyson's flight. The boxing legend was initially cool with them and the other passengers. The witness tells us Mike took a selfie with him and then was patient with his overly excited buddy, who kept trying to talk to the 55-year-old fighter as he sat behind him. Eventually, though we were told Tyson had enough of the guy behind him talking in his ear and told him to chill. When the guy didn't, that's when the witness say Tyson started to throw several punches at the man's face. Now, I beg to differ that they was punches. Mike Tyson, that little damage, I doubt there were punches. They was probably open hand, palm strikes, because Mike ain't trying to have this guy looking so different. When he go cry to the police, the court has sympathy on the lawsuit. It goes on to say, video we obtained shows Tyson throwing a flurry of blows at the man. Blows is more like it. You know what I'm saying? More like it. Not punches. Which you can see bloodied the passenger's forehead. The witnesses say Mike walked off the plane just seconds later. So this was when they had, I guess, touched down on the tarmac, landed, and they was getting ready to exit. And you know how things can get right there. People start, talking this and that and the other. And now the plane is landed. Can we do this, that? And, it goes on to say, we're told the man who was punched received medical attention and then went to the police over the incident. As I repeat, like I said earlier, this guy went to the police. I believe that was his entire plan once he identified Mike Tyson being on the same flight as himself and his friend, him being intoxicated. He was going to continue to fuck with Mike until he got the result that he wanted. And Mike Tyson gave him that motherfucking energy that he was looking for. Wrapped with a left and a right. He gave it to him, y'all. It goes on to say, we've reached out to the cops for comment, but so far no word back yet. We've also reached out to JetBlue and Tyson Camp for comment on the incident as well, but no word back yet. Look, individuals that have financial stability and monetary cushions, or their sheets feel just a little bit different than ours. You know what I'm saying? Them silks. They don't really worry about shit like this. I mean, that's pocket change to Mike. This dude was obviously in there acting belligerent, and he wanted to, have the most fun as possible. Mike is 55 right now. Even though he has his, strands, his different strands that he has, it doesn't mean he's not going to lose his cool every now and then. Like when he's on his podcast, he's cool. He's smoking it up. He can't smoke on the plane. So Mike Tyson was probably in between time. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to get off that plane and get with it. And this dude kept being in his ear. He's like, hey, man. Okay, just chill. Man, I'm trying to enjoy myself, man. Just chill. You're doing too much. The guy kept rumbling and riding Mike, being in his ear. Mike can't get no peace, man. You're talking about a guy who's a professional fighter, like in the heavyweight division. His mind and body ain't the same for all those years he was in there. These little motherfucking scoundrels, there's opportunists. They don't give a fuck about how old you are, what you've been through in life. All they want to say is, oh, this is Mike Tyson. I got to take full advantage of the moment. I want to act like a nutcase. I got fucked up at the airport, and now I'm going to try to get a viral video going. And I think pretty much this was that guy had going on. He got what he wanted. Mike gave it to him. Luckily for the guy, Mike wasn't, punching him with his fist closed. You know what I'm saying? Else he would have walked up out there looking like Hassan Rothman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's gonna come of this. High profile names, depending on where you at. Mike Tyson has residence in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson know a lot of people. I don't know how they're gonna treat this. They're gonna look at the guys being intoxicated, doing too much, invade Mike Tyson's space. What did Mike Tyson make the the flight attendants, the airlines aware that this guy was getting on his nerve and he was becoming a nuisance? I just want to know, bro. I just want to know what actions was taken by the airlines to prevent this guy from doing what he was doing. Even if the plane had landed, was there any indication that this guy was going overboard and continued to push the buttons of Mike Tyson? Then all of a sudden, Mike Tyson said, fuck getting off the plane. Because I believe if Mike would have got off the plane, that guy was still in his ear, it would have been worse. So being he was in a confined space, it wasn't really a lot of room for Mike to start getting that left and right lateral movement now. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that room to him to start goddamn putting a lot on those punches now. Because we know what happened when Mike have enough space. So he was bent over. He just, he's a big dude. He worked with what he had. And the guy got the light side of Mike. And Mike would have had ample room and space to work on his movement. And you know how quick Mike shifts stances and shit. Oh boy, probably would have been looking different. He definitely would have went viral. And the EMTs would have been called. And then, they would have, Mike Tyson would have been on his podcast. He would have, and listen, I won the guy. I told him, I said, I just want to chill. You keep on pestering me. I don't want it. I just want to chill. I want to be left alone. Didn't I tell you that? Now you want to run to the cops and say that I punched you in your mouth several times. Yeah. I told you to leave me alone. So hopefully Mike, don't face any legal repercussions from this, man, because old boy was just like in his ear, bro. You know what I'm saying? Old boy was in his ear. He was fucking with him. And Mike had very close quarters, tight space in that airline. And I think that's a blessing that Mike didn't have that room out there in the open to really get into this dude chest. Because he would have knocked old boy out, period. Mike Tyson would have knocked this intoxicated dude out. And all people would have seen is him knocking the dude out. This video would have been 10 times viral than it is right now. Because if you look at the video, these phones these days, they show HD, y'all. 1080 easy. And this video is pretty damn, is edited as far as its clarity goes. Because there's no way you're taking a video that close to Mike Tyson and it's not as clear as it is. It should be HD. Just like the video when the guy was up there talking, you can see how clear it was. Well, I believe the video when it showed Mike Tyson swinging, it was pretty much edited. You know what I'm saying? They took away some of his, I wouldn't say pixels, but the clarity of it, because they just didn't want it to be out there. They probably fuck with Mike. They probably didn't want, a lot to be said, whether he had a closed fist or an open hand. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot goes into that shit. Oh boy, he showed the blood on his face, but where did the blood come from? Scratches? Your nose? You didn't look that bloody. For real, that's Mike Tyson we talking about. He could have fucked your ass up. Tyrone on that, what's good? He literally just scratched him with this punch while sitting at 60 years old and the guy's bleeding. When I was younger, way back then, when it was acceptable to beat a stranger ass, if they were trying to take your picture without permission, not so much now these days. It's tough to really go ham on somebody. You know, people try to engage and tell you, oh, you can't, you can't sit up here and record me. You can't take my picture without my permission. This, that, and the other. But yet, social media pretty much runs the socialites in this era. The socialites run this era. Social media, everything, phones, video recording, all that shit. Man, shout out to my guy Andrew White Lightning Murphy on deck. What is good there, champ? How you feeling, man? Straight out of body head. He said, yo, Mike out here holding it down. Exactly, man. I'm pretty sure Andrew, when he get his opportunity and somebody's damn heckling him and shit, hey man, ain't you so and so? You know, Andrew gonna only take so much before they find out what weight class he in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this goes without saying. Somebody in your fucking ear, you trying to enjoy your flight. You're probably tired. Mike Tyson haven't had his opportunity, to hit one. He's a little agitated, irritable. He just want to get the fuck off the plane because he Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He Mike, bro. He ain't trying to damn have, man, I've seen it. I've seen it, man. I've seen it. I know Roy and them rolled up on the scene one time, wasn't in the mood to take no photos. These guys are celebrities, man. They're superstars. They're legends in life. And Mike was probably like, hey, y'all need to get this dude. He kept on talking before he got the hands. And another thing you should understand about the socialites era is that these individuals are willing to risk any moment that they can get, especially if they know that person has money, to targeted people, pull out the reaction, and go straight to the police to try to get a lawsuit. We have a lot of opportunists, man, in this lifetime that's willing and able, man. If you have a mobile phone, that's all you need, and a mouthpiece, and ignorance. You can find moments like this with Mike Tyson. But obviously, Mike Tyson probably has some calluses on his hand, and the callus scratched old boy in on the right side of his head. Nothing serious, because you can't convince me Mike Tyson had closed fists and he was laying into that guy like that, even with 5-6 punches. Nah. I think it was more than that, bro. I mean, I think it was open palm, to be honest. I think he was just lightly slapping him, like, he used to do them tigers that he had. He used to slap him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because they was getting lazy around their house, getting that good eating. And Mike Tyson just, hey, slapping them around a little bit. That's all. But I'm not going to stay too long on him. I just wanted to drop by and give y'all that little input. And shout out to Andrew White Lightning Murphy. My guy dropped through. I had to give a shout out. 116 Box Promotions going down to Gaston, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You have Team Roy Jones on deck. He's going to be on deck with a crazy amount of fighters this weekend. And matter of fact, let me pull it up. Shout out to Team Williams Jr. in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up the fight card. It's going to be a heavy fight card. That's going on over there in Alabama. There's some very good fights on that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the promoter Brandy, man, putting on another fight card. Man, they got a crazy fight card. Let me see. What I'm looking at on here, they have 13 fights on this card, man. 13 fights. You got Fernando Bunch on here, Michael Williams Jr., Andrew Murphy, Sabin Kura, Jonathan Sledge, Kevin Newman II, Shaquille Cameron, Jimmy Ford III, Andre Harris, Kendall Harris, Mohammed Faisal, Dominic Roundtree, Christian Foley. Now, of course, I read off the individuals that's supposed to be the A side. That's just what I'm doing. That's just the way it works. So don't get upset. That's just the way it worked. But right now, right here, that's who's fighting on the card. Total 13 cards, man, going down April 23rd, Saturday. Gaston, Alabama. It's going down once again, man. It's going to be packed up in there. And, of course, you know what I'm saying, Bodyhead Island is going to be in full force. Until then, man, let me see. 007, what's good? Appreciate you pulling up. Next time, bring some common sense with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're looking at, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Mike Tyson will be okay. I don't even think that anything's going to come of this, but you never know with the judges and everything. And once again, 116 boxing promotion is going down in Alabama. Don't y'all miss it. Be sure to tune in. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.